हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू ए न्यू सेशन। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ ए लॉग फंक्शन। जैसा कि आप देख सकते हैं, एक लॉग फंक्शन को हम ग्राफ के थ्रू टू वेज में रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं। द वन इज व्हेन द बेस इज ग्रेटर देन 1 एंड द सेकंड इज व्हेन द बेस लाइज बिटवीन 0 to 1, that is when base is greater than 0 but less than 1. In the first case, when base of the log function is greater than 1, then the graph will be like this. And in this case, the log function will be called as the increasing function. And in the second case, when the base is less than 1 but greater than 0, the log function will be a decreasing function. Next हम मूव करते हैं value of a log function. The value of a log function can be positive and can be negative. There are two cases, case 1 and case 2. The value of log function will be positive in these two cases. That is when both base and the input value of the log function is greater than 1, or both the base and the input of the log function is less than 1. For example, log 4 with base 2. Here both base and input are greater than 1. So the value of the function will be positive, that is 2. Similarly, if for example log 1 by 4 with base 1 by 2, here both the base and the input of the log function is less than 1, hence the value will always be positive. Similarly, the value of log function can be negative also. Here also are the two cases, case 1 and case 2. In case 1, when the base of the log function is greater than 1 but the input is less than 1. For example, if we take log 1 by 2 with base 4, here the base is greater than 1 but the input is less than 1, and hence the value will be negative, that is minus 1 by 2. Similarly, in second case, when the base is less than 1 but the input is greater than 1, for example log 4 with base 1 by 2, then the value will be negative, that is minus 2. आई होप आपको ये समझ आया होगा कि वैल्यू ऑफ ए लॉग फंक्शन पॉजिटिव भी हो सकती है एंड नेगेटिव भी हो सकती है. दैट इज वैल्यू मीन्स दैट इज द रेंज ऑफ द लॉग फंक्शन, दैट इज द range or the output of the log function can be positive, can be negative, and here are the cases when it is positive and the negative. Next हम मूव करते हैं properties of log function. The first property is log b raised to the power m with base a will be equal to m into log b with base a. That is, when the input has its power, then the power will be written like this and the log function will be this. For example, if we write log 3 raised to the power 2 with base 2, then the function will be written as 2 into log 3 with base 2. Next property is log b with base a raised to the power m. In this case, the base has its power m, then the power will be like 1 by m into log b with base a. हमारे पास इनपुट की पावर होती है तो हम उसको m into log फंक्शन लिखते हैं, एंड जब हमारे पास बेस की पावर होती है तब हम उसको लिखते हैं 1 by m into the log function. The next property is log b with base a is equal to log b with base c upon log a with base c. This property is known as the change of base property. That is, we can change the base of a log function, but the condition is the changed base should be greater than 0 and it should not be equal to 1. For example, if we have a log function log 7 with base 10, so we can change the base of this log function like this: log The next property is log b with base a is equal to 1 upon log a with base b. That is, we can exchange the input and the base of a log function by writing it as the reciprocal. That is, log 3 with base 5 can be written as 1 upon log 5 with base 3. The next property is when both the base and the input has powers, that is log m raised to the power n with base a raised to the power p. In this case, the power of the input upon the power of the base into the log function. For example, log 5 raised to the power 3 with base 3 raised to the power 2 is equal to 3 upon 2 into log 5 with base 3. So, when both the input and the base has powers, then the power of the input upon the power of the base into the log function. The next property is log x plus log 1 by x is equal to 0. X and its reciprocal 1 by x, then the result will be always equal to 0. For example, log a plus a square plus 1 under root plus log 1 upon a plus a square plus 1. Then the answer of this question will be equal to 0 because here the input and its reciprocal are written with this log function. So we can solve this type of question with the help of this direct result. Thanks for watching. I hope आपको ये लेक्चर पसंद आया होगा.